Alright guys, welcome back. We've got another solid workout for you today at home. Today we're going to kick off with a bit of strength focus. So we understand that it's quite hard to build strength sometimes without load. However, we always know that one of our best options for building strength without load is the good old static hold. So a static hold, you're going to have some time under tension, those muscles are going to burn. It is a great way to be able to maintain some strength throughout this period. So today we are going to do a 16-minute EMOM focusing on some strength. How this is going to work is we've got 4 different movements. Okay, so you do each movement 4 times. Minute 1 is going to be a 30-second hollow hold. We're doing lots of core work at the moment, which is awesome, so making sure that we're building some strength through our midline. Minute 2, we're going to do a good old 45-second wall sit. So some of you might not have done a wall sit in a while, but it's going to be burning through those quads pretty quick. Minute 3 is an overhead object hold. So you need to get creative here, find something at home that you can hold on to safely, that's not going to fall apart in your hands. Think something like maybe a backpack with some load in it, maybe a box that you've got that is pretty secure, even a smaller esky. Minute 4, we're going to do a bottom of the dip hold, and this can be done on any bench, couch, chair, something solid again that you're nice and safe on. So we'll have a look at some of the movement patterns. So the hollow hold, I'll get you guys to make sure, I'll get Sam to come down to the ground. So what are the things we're looking for in our hollow hold? Remember, it's full contact with the lower back on the floor. You need to lift those shoulders right up, crunch your ribs down, pull your belly in. Legs are nice and tight, the toes are pointed, and I can't break Sam apart. Scaling, bring your knees into your chest, lift the shoulders right up. Making sure again the belly button draws in, no gap between your lower back and the floor. If at any point that lower back starts to arch up, you need to tuck those knees in tighter. Okay, and you can also lower your shoulders all the way down to the ground, but you will still be working that midline if you're drawing the tummy in. Thank you, Sam. After your hollow hold, make sure you're close to a wall. Ideally, you're completing a 45-second wall sit, however scaled that time is necessary. There is no other lower body work in this EMOM, so I challenge you to hold on to that 45 seconds. You're going to make sure that you get down nice and low, okay? And ideally we've got hip crease below parallel, but the knee is stacked directly over the heel. Sam's going to sit up nice and tall. If you're in for an added challenge, you could also hold on to a weighted object here if you have one at home. If you are holding on to an object, keep it close to your chest, okay? Making sure that we're pressing firmly up against the wall, no daylight between your back and the wall. Make sense? Now, for our overhead object hold, like I said, grab something sturdy, ideally a box type object, but again, get creative, show us what you've got on Facebook. Today we're using a good old esky, and it's full of Sam's favourite beer. He's going to put that load above his head, and again, we're timing ourselves for 45 seconds. Now what we're looking for in an overhead hold is good active shoulders, so pressing up really tall here underneath that object and then keeping everything stacked. So those shoulders on top of your hips and your hips on top of your heels. As always, squeeze that butt. After you've completed your 45-second hold, we're going to head over to our dip hold. So in class this would be done on the rings or the boxes. At home, use a chair, a couch, something safe, something strong, something supportive. Have your hands just next to your hips or shoulder width apart. You're going to lower yourself down to 90 degrees so that your elbow and your shoulder are at the same height. To make this easier, walk your feet in and bend those knees. We still want to keep the depth here, and that challenge is to sit up nice and tall without letting your butt travel away from that couch or the chair. Thank you, Sam. So that's part A today. Once we've completed that 16-minute EMOM, we're going to finish with a 12-minute workout today. It's a 12-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible. For 200-meter run, 10 hand release push-ups and 20 hollow rocks. Now if you can't get outside for your run, a great alternative would be 45 seconds worth of skipping. If you don't have a skipping rope, you're going to do 45 seconds of plate taps, nice and fast, to a box, a couple of books stacked up, something that's not too high but gets the heart rate up. After you've done that 45 seconds of work, whether it's a run or skipping or plate taps, we go into our hand release push-ups. Now hand release push-up is going to force you to keep a really good position. We're going to start on the top of the plank. You're going to lower your chest all the way down and then clearly bring the hands up off the ground. Keeping control in this movement. Remember, it's hard because we have to maintain tension and really drive the floor away. Now, your scaling options today for the hand release push-up is you go to a regular toe push-up. So we take out that release. We can maintain a bit more power. And then from the irregular normal scaling options, so a box, a chair, the couch, the kitchen bench. After you've done those push-ups, we're going into a hollow rock. So hollow rock's quite hard. We need to maintain that nice lumbar curve with the ribs tucked down, the belly button drawn in. Hands will be above your head. That's it. Okay, and ideally we're staying nice and tidy in the small of our lower back. You're not going from your shoulder blades to your hips, okay? We want to keep it nice and small. Now, options for scaling, you can go to a hollow hold instead of a hollow rock, and it will be a 15-second hollow hold, not too long. Or the next best option is actually a bicycle crunch. So if we have a look at a bicycle crunch, Sam's like, what is this? He's going to go opposite elbow to opposite knee, keeping his shoulders and his chest lifted. Okay, now it's really important that the shoulders and chest stay lifted because that crunching down again is really going to work the midline. And again, we're doing 20 reps there, so 10 on each side. We're looking forward to seeing you post about this workout today. Get creative again. We want to see what you're using for those overhead object holds. Please post it on our Facebook page. Keep us updated what you're up to, and we can make sure that you're staying accountable and getting these workouts done. See you later, guys.